Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I am Joseph Syriac. The topic of discussion in this video is, does the order in which you are called for the interview matter? The answer is yes, it does matter. But how? There are different opinions about it. Some people would say that if you are the first or second candidate, whatever you say or present remains vividly in the minds of the interviewers because their mind is fresh and receptive at that point of time. And if you are able to impress, then you are rated very high and all other candidates are rated keeping you as the benchmark. So you stand a very good chance of being selected. Some other people would say, if you are the last candidate, the probability of the interviewer remembering you clearly while taking a decision after interviewing all the candidates is very high. So you stand a better chance. But all these are opinions of people. They may or may not be true. But there is one thing that is certain to happen. The first or second candidate will get the full allotted time for the interview. If you are the 8th or 10th candidate, then you will get only a lower amount of time to present yourself. So in this video, we are going to talk about how you can plan and prepare yourself depending on the order in which you are scheduled for interview. Normally, as a rule, each candidate has to be given an equal opportunity, and hence interview duration is fixed equally among all candidates. But in actual practice, we see that the candidates who are scheduled in the beginning get a higher amount of time than the candidates who are scheduled later. For example, if the interview duration is fixed at 30 minutes for each candidate and you are the first candidate, you will get the full 30 minutes and sometimes 1 or 2 minutes more to present yourself. If you are the second candidate, then some time will be lost when the interviewers try to note down the points regarding the previous candidate, or some casual discussion among the interviewers about the performance of the previous candidate and so on. Imagine that you are the 8th candidate and each candidate is allotted 30 minutes of time. By the time your turn comes, the interview panel has been sitting there and interviewing people for the past 3.5 hours. They will be fatigued and tired. So you will be getting around 22 to 24 minutes. So what to do? You are competing against people who have got full 30 minutes to present themselves. It is here that you should use your prioritization skills. You might have already prepared the points to be spoken regarding your achievements, experience, competencies, what you have learned from each role, and so on. You will have to use the waiting time to mentally prioritize those points based on importance and relevance to that particular job and speak only about the most relevant points. Otherwise, if you start speaking about everything that you have prepared, you might not get time to speak about everything. And so some of the very important and relevant points which you wanted to say may get cut down due to lack of time. Stress on the points that prove your suitability to the job so that it fastens in the mind of the interviewer. In that way, you are making use of the available time to give the most relevant information. At the fag end of the day, don't tell anything that needs a long explanation unless they specifically ask you for it. Because if you have to give a long explanation to prove your point, the interviewers may not be in a mood to listen to it because of their mental fatigue. There are certain other things also to be taken care of if your interview is scheduled at the tail end. First, don't allow any type of distraction to bother you. I have seen a number of people who keep answering calls from their offices and being tensed while waiting for the interview. So before going for the interview, complete all pending jobs so that you don't get calls from your office while you are waiting for the interview. And Don't take permissions to go for interviews. Apply for a leave, inform that you may not be available on phone, and go to the interview in a peaceful mode. Because if you are tensed and if your thoughts are diverted, it is sure to have an impact on your interview performance. Point number 2. Suppose your interview is scheduled after lunchtime and you come to know about the schedule only after reaching the venue. I have seen many people who prefer to remain at the venue and decide to take lunch after the interview is over. Never do that. Suppose your interview is scheduled at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you had your breakfast at 8 in the morning. Then, by the time you walk into the interview room, you will be hungry, your body will have very little energy, and as a consequence, your mental alertness reduces, you will not look energetic, and you will feel sleepy. So, never skip or postpone lunch before the interview. At the same time, don't have a heavy lunch, and also ensure that there is a gap of at least 2 hours between your lunch and the interview. This is because the food should get digested and start supplying energy before you go in for the interview. Point number 3, don't disturb your biological clock on the day of interview. This applies to all candidates, whether you are the first one to be interviewed or the last one to be interviewed. Don't change or alter your routines on the day of interview, because when you do that, your biological clock gets affected and you will look dull, feel sleepy, and your memory may not be as sharp as it normally is. But suppose the interview is in another city and you will have to catch a flight or train at 5 o'clock in the morning. Then you will have to wake up at 3:30 while you normally wake up at 6 o'clock. What will you do? You will set up an alarm at 3:30 and go to sleep. But your mind will constantly keep thinking whether you will miss the alarm. So you will not be able to sleep properly and you will get up before the alarm. So the duration of your sleep gets reduced, the quality of your sleep is affected, and the biological clock gets disturbed. As a result, during the interview, you will not be able to perform to the best of your ability. So in such cases, plan to reach that city the previous evening, book a hotel, go to sleep and wake up as per your normal routine, and you will be at your best while attending the interview. If you feel that this information was useful to you, please share it with others and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.